Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus decided to go to Galilee, and he found Philip. And Jesus said to him, "Follow me." Now Philip was from Bethsaida, the town of Andrew and Peter. Philip found Nathanael and told him, "We have found the one about whom Moses wrote in the law, and also the prophets, Jesus, son of Joseph from Nazareth." But Nathanael said to him, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" Philip said, "Come and see." Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and said of him, "Here is a true child of Israel. There's no duplicity in him." Nathanael said to him, "How do you know me?" Jesus answered and said to him, "Before Philip called you, I saw you under the fig tree." Nathanael answered him, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Jesus answered and said to him, "Do you believe because I told you that I saw you under the fig tree? You will see greater things than this." And he said to him, "Amen, amen, I say to you, you will see the sky open and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord. My older brother, Bob, is one of the people I credit with having my own personal relationship with Jesus. As when I was about 12 or 13, he went on a retreat, and he came back from this retreat so profoundly affected. All of a sudden, Jesus was real to him. He was so profoundly affected, and I saw it, and I said, "I want that." And I wasn't able to go on this retreat for another 2 years because there was a certain age group for the retreat. But I eventually did go, and I stopped wanting that because I found it. But so often the gospel is discovered, and Jesus is discovered because someone else has shown him to you. And it starts by following Jesus so that we begin to look, feel, and walk and talk like him. And the gospel becomes the fabric of our life, and it seeps out of us, and people notice. And then what happens is you can say to them, "Come and see." But it all starts because somebody showed us, and we followed Jesus. And so there's this cascading effect of person-to-person encounters with Jesus. One of the things that hinges on whether or not this method of personal introduction works is, as it's reminded to us in the first letter of St. John, that it's the love of one another. If there's no love for the people around us, then this sabotages the gospel. I don't know how many times I've heard of people who stop coming to church or have lost their faith because someone was not loving. And so it becomes important for us then, as much as possible, to be that brother or sister that St. John talks about in his epistles, that we love one another as Christ loves us. And it's this profound witness that is probably the first taste of the gospel. Indeed, that's what it was for me. My older brother, Bob, he was so affected that he was just really loving in the house. And as much as I wasn't always the best younger brother to him, but he was just incessantly responding in love. And it was amazing. And eventually it had a profound effect on me. And you see then in this gospel passage how these who would come to be Jesus' apostles, they witness it, they show it. So their whole life comes to be these words that Jesus says, follow me, so we follow. And then our life becomes a picture of what it is, of who he is, and how it is. And so our very life becomes what people come to see. Not that they necessarily want to see us, but somehow in us, there's an iconic reflection of who Jesus is. And they come, and they're changed. And when we say at the end of Mass, my favorite send-off for the Mass is go and glorify the Lord by your life. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to let Christ's glory be seen through us so people can come and see and then go and tell.
Regina Celi, letare